After much anticipation as to what action the United States will take against Syria, President Obama finally announced his country's stance. There will be no action, at least for now.
I've long believed that our power is rooted not just in our military might, but in our example as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And that's why I've made a second decision. I will seek authorization for the use of force from the American people's representatives in Congress.
Obama, hands off Syria!
Wary of the mistrust towards U.S. involvement in the Middle East, and with the memory of Iraq and the weapons of mass destruction that never were still fresh in people's minds, Obama's decision to go to Congress is seen by some as a bid to gather support for an extremely divisive issue.
I think about a third of Congress is ready to support the president, about a third will not support the president, and that includes both conservative Republicans and liberal Democrats. And about a third are just up in the air, including a lot of Democrats and some Republicans. They're just up in the air. They're waiting to see the evidence, and we demand a very high standard of evidence after the experience in Iraq.
But on the ground and away from the politics, it is Syrian men, women and children who continue to suffer in a war that has so far claimed more than 100,000 lives and cost millions more their homes.
If the strike is going to get rid of Bashar and his regime and finish the massacres, then yes. But on the other hand, if there will be civilians and some missiles go astray as usual, then the answer definitely is no.
Those even more eager for a strike on Assad's army are some of the rebel fighters who continue to be outgunned and overpowered by the Syrian military.
As the days go by, the regime kills more people, and further delay for action gives them a chance to change the position of their weapons. According to the intelligence that we have, we know that the Assad regime exploits this delay to prepare for this strike.
Tens of thousands of civilians have been killed, and the war is well into its third year. But it wasn't until a few weeks ago, when chemical weapons were allegedly used by Assad's forces, that the US began to seriously consider military intervention, even though the casualties of that attack amounted to less than 1% of those killed since the start of the Syrian conflict. Jamal Elshayyal, Al Jazeera.